everybody, to another video of Dead by Trash Can. My name is Cubeproductions. Today we're using Score Merchant as always, using, in my opinion, what is the best build for Score Merchant at the time of recording this video. This build consists of Desolation, Scorcher, Pain Resonance, Surge or Jolt, and Save Best for Last. These are the best perks in my opinion for Score Merchant because Save Best for Last doesn't go away even if the survivor gets hit with a claw trap and their obsession. Desolation is the best perk for chasing survivors. Surge is good for making generators go down in progress, and the same thing with Score Trick Pain Resonance. You can just make gens progress really easily. And the reason I'm making this video is because of the fact that one of my subscribers commented what's the best build for Score Merchant, and I already planned to make a video literally called what I think is the best build for Score Merchant. But now I also can show off what I believe is the best build for Score Merchant and answer the question. As you can see, this video is recorded not during the Blood Moon event, so that means all the bugs that I mentioned in the previous video do not occur in this video, and you'll see Desolation at its full value. But yes, that's the best build for Score Merchant in my opinion right now. Now that these bugs have been figured out, I'm going to try some new builds without using Desolation, without using, of course, Blood Favor, and I'm going to try them out and see how well they do. But let's get to the games. I can show you how great this build is. Okay, playing on Dawg Saloon. Surprisingly, a survivor actually is the one that put a a offering for this map, which I'm perfectly fine with that because this is Score Merchant's best map, so never mind with that. Now, keep in mind, just because this is Score Merchant's best build, in my opinion, does not mean that you can't use a different build and there's not better builds out there. This is my opinion. And then also another thing, keep in mind, just because it's the best build does not mean it's gonna work perfectly every single time. Because Score Merchant still has her own flaws as a killer, where she is really bad on big maps. The better loop is, doesn't really matter how well you slow people down, how many drones you put. If the loop is humongous and or like basically unbeatable, even if you slow them down, you will still not be able to chase them. So yes, as you can see, this Dwight for some reason goes inside of the locker. I'm like, okay, give me your soul. So I took his soul, snatched, and now I'm going to put him on the score choke because of the fact that I want to, of course, get him there. So the obsession is going to blind me. And at the time of recording this video, I wasn't really paying attention to who was the obsession. So I'm pretty sure a lot of times I will waste Save the Best for Last act and hit the obsession, even though I'm not supposed to hit the obsession. But I don't really care that much. Now, she's going to wave at me and she's like, oh my gosh, come kill me. And I'm like, I will do it. But I don't go after her because I realize, wait a minute, there's a lot of time and effort to go in the main building. Even though this map is really good, the main building is still a problem for Score Merchant because two things that make Score Merchant bad is, like I said, big loops and height differences. The fact that Score Merchant can't move really fast but has to go up the stupid stairs. And especially on this map where the building is amazing and really loopable, it can be really hard to win. So because of that reason, I'm not going to go up there. Dwight is going to go up here right in front of me. So I'm like, do I go after Dwight or do I not go after Dwight? So I decided to go after him for a little bit. I thought he was going to vault the window, but then say he goes around. I'm like, Then he falls down. I'm like, yes. And Dwight doesn't have, I don't think, the Decisive Strike. So I'm like, yay, I can hook Dwight. And then, of course, someone's like, actually, I have a locker. And she's like, I hit you. And I'm like, yes, you did. But the only reason why I don't chase her or care is because of the fact that I have a thing called a drone, and she's gonna get claw trapped eventually. So when I claw trap her, I won't have to worry about losing stacks if it's the obsession. And now Dwight is gonna get claw trapped, vault the thing again. I get another surge, and I'm going to hook him right on this hook right here in the middle of the map. But yes, speaking of build, there's a girl right in my drone. I don't know why she's there. And then I'm going to get the obsession. I'm going to claw trap them. I don't lose any stacks thanks to the best for last. I want her to drop the pallet so I can break it. And she falls the window. So I don't get to break the pallet sadly. But on the bright side, I slow her down and I get a free down. Don't know why she was even there in the first place. And I don't know why, like, survivors, not teabag, but like, well, she did teabag a little bit. She like flashlights a lot. But then she proceeds to not wiggle when I grab her, and I don't really know what she's thinking at this point. Like, I don't know why you did all that stuff and blinded me if you're just going to go down so fast. I don't really understand. But that's just how survivors work sometimes, I guess. So right here, this girl's gonna fall down, but she has balance landing. I love when they have balance landing because it's one of the few perks that really, it's really annoying. It's against Score Merchant. So I'm like, ugh. But someone's gonna get scanned, and I'm going after them. See, I've been going after people who get scanned more often than usual because of the fact that when you get scanned, I only have to scan you a few more times, and I'm able to kill you. Right here, I'm gonna hit this girl because you're right in front of me. Give me a free hit. Might as well hit you. But I'm going after Dwight because Dwight's dead. And I knew Dwight was in this locker. I don't know how I knew. It was like I could sense it. I was like, he didn't go very far. I don't see any scratch marks. He has to be in his locker, and then he was. So because of that reason, I'm gonna hook Dwight, and he's going to die. And keep in mind that I think Dwight left the game right when I did that. I don't think he rage quit beforehand. I wasn't paying attention, but I'm pretty sure right when I hooked him, he was. Right when I grabbed up the locker, he was like, "Oh my gosh, really?" And he left. This girl, for some reason, goes in this room, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Did I miss? I'm an idiot. And I'm like, okay, maybe she's better than me. And I finally hook her, and I'm like, yeah. Well, I finally did her, down her, and I'm gonna hook her right here inside this main building. And as you can see, this is why this build's so strong. Because save best for last lets you hit survivors faster, recover faster. I was afraid of a head-on, but I wasn't near the locker, so I didn't have to worry about that. Then Desolation is really useful because once you get someone claw trapped, it will activate 3 seconds later, and then you can basically chase survivors really easily, really well, and make it really make the chase end fast. And then your last gen perks are mainly there just so you can say the words. Yes, I did get my gen to work. As you can see, that drone did not turn. Again, another bug that Score Merchant has to deal with on a daily basis. So that's fun. So right here, I'm gonna get a claw trap on her. I'm gonna slow her down. I didn't even slow her down actually. I just hit her because I had angles. So I'm gonna down this girl. It's the obsession. Don't really care. One person's dead. They have 4 gens left. I don't have to worry about my save best for last sacks. Honestly, this game's already over. Like I just know I play Score Merchant a lot, so it just like I can just tell when I know I win. Like, and then she left the game because she's like, oh my gosh, Score Merchant is so strong. I can't believe that even though I flashlighted her twice, used head on her, and did all this stuff to make her have a terrible day, she still won. Oh my gosh, she's so strong. I'm leaving. That's literally her brain right now. Like I don't get it. So now I'm gonna hook this girl. It is so funny. I love, like, I don't even mean to be like rude or hate, but it's just so funny when survivors leave. I'm like, why did you rage quit? You're the one who did all this stuff to me. I just didn't care and proceeded to beat you the way I always beat every other survivor. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go after this girl, but I'm gonna get stuck on a stupid log. And at this point, they know they lost, and all I have to do is kill one bot and this one girl. She's not gonna move because she realizes she's going to die to the drone. So she's like, I'm not gonna move. I'm like, okay, you're a smart girl. But I thought she was gonna DC, but I think she realized no other point in DCing because of the fact that either way she's just going to die and get points. So she continues playing the game. I'm glad she does. But now we have to go to the girl who we can see on the radar. One thing about Score Merchant's radar I really like. If someone has, like I said, any aura perks, the radar doesn't care. Radar will still show you, will still find you. If you're in a locker, radar will still find you. And I love that. It's just so funny how you can't really hide when you get scanned. So right here, I'm like, okay, she's gonna drop the pallet. She's not. Didn't she use Dead Hard? I'm pretty sure it's Dead Hard at least. So I'm like, okay, I'm going down you, and I have 5 sacks as the best for last, and I'm gonna basically be able to down anyone really fast. But now we killed her, so it's like, oh. I didn't even realize we need to hook them twice and we win. Like we already hooked them that many times. This is a showcase how good this build is. All this girl's like, I give up. I'm like, yes, ma'am, I understand. Now I was gonna give her the hatch, but the reason why I didn't was because of the fact that the bot was still alive, and I was like, oh, I gotta kill the bot. Now I have no idea who the bot is. Break this wall because I need more points, more blood points. I have no idea who the bot is, but I'm like, please bot be near me so I can get out this game really fast and go to the next game. Because I want to kill this generator, get as many points as possible and try to get Prestige 100 Score Merchant. Speaking of that, I believe right now I'm Prestige 34. That's like my live number. I believe in this video I'm like Prestige 25 probably, but in reality I'm Prestige 34. So I'm looking for the obsession. I mean the obsession, and also the last survivor. And for the hatch. But at this point, I know she's not going to be able to go anywhere, so I'm just going to literally cut to me killing her and get to the next game because y'all need to see me go after the last bot survivor. So I'll be right back. Okay, I knew I didn't need to show y'all me killing a bot, so I just decided to skip it and proceed to go to the next game. In this game, we're playing on the Area of Pros. So this map is weird. Speaking of maps, sorry, I'm gonna say, I didn't forget about the map tier list video. Don't worry, it's coming. I just have to think about how I'm gonna do it. Part of me just wants to literally just do a map tier list video and like just get all the maps and then tell you why I think what I think. But I also want to record on each map and give you my really good analysis as to why. But I'm kind of busy at the moment. That's why I'm posting these videos right here. Like I already have all these videos, like not like all the videos. If someone requests a video, I actually go out of my way to record it, and then I try and post it as soon as possible. But if I already had a build in mind, like I wanted to use a certain build, then I'm going to use that build because I'm gonna use that build and make a video out of it. But sometimes, like I tell y'all, I have just like ideas. I'll make a video like that way, and then I'll have like literally 10 videos on my computer just waiting to be edited. So that's the reason why I have like videos like these. They take a lot of time, but normally I'm just playing WD like just to play, have fun. I press the record button because I know I can press the record button and still play seriously or like play for fun and win the game. Right here, this girl's gonna get a little confused. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I get to get a free down. But I'm kind of mad because it's the obsession of all people, so that's not really good, but it's fine. Also, the reason why I recommend using Surge is because Surge is really good. Like, it's just really simple gen defense perk. You literally down someone, and then the gens next to you explode and lose progress and regress. It's just really good, because sometimes that one little regression you did is all you need to make that gen continuously regress. Right here, I'm going to chase the person who I know has a cloud jump on her. I'm going to try and get her before she gets to the window, but there's just no way. She moves really fast. Luckily for me, I have a drone right here, and the drone's going to slow her down, and we kill her. I love that. This is why you put drones in spots that you have to that people are going to be at. That right there is the reason why the map tier list video is taking a long time. I want to go in depth and show y'all different drone spots for in certain situations, because, and there it is, that is that bug where my drone decided not to spawn again. Love that. But anyway, that's what I mean when I say I want to go in depth with the video, because just showing y'all like a tier list video on why this map is good and why this map's not good, that's not really, it's useful, but it's not really like amazing. I would rather show y'all examples as to why I believe certain things, and that's what I'm going to do, and it's going to take a long time. Again, my drone did not spawn. Like, what is that? Twice in a row. Now you understand why I complain a lot. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound negative, but it hurts. Like, it really hurts when you just press the button and you have no power for 8 seconds. Like, I'm glad I turned unattainable, but other than that, I don't get any value out of my pressing the button, so it just feels bad. So because that girl body blocked me for half a second, I'm not able to hit this girl with my stupid Saw of Doom. I'm kind of mad. It's so weird watching this video back because of the fact that I don't have the Blood Moon event Storm Merchant skin, which in my opinion, I believe is one of her best skins, if not her best skin. I love that skin. It's so good. So right here, I'm gonna slow down this girl. She's not gonna drop the pallet because she's smart. Then I kind of twitch for a second. She said, "Wait a minute! I realized I need to drop the pallet because the window is right there. There's no way I can catch her." So, and she's smart. She'll go back around towards the drop pallet. But instead, she's like, "I'm gonna go here." But because I'm an idiot and I missed my swing, I had to end up taking even longer to chase her. But she can't 360 me because I have skill. So right here, this girl has a flashlight. I'm gonna pretend to pick her up, knowing she definitely has background player. And then I hear someone else who's injured, so I'm like, oh, perfect. A free down for me. So I'm gonna down her, and then I know they're gonna probably try and go for the flashlight save again. So I'm gonna pretend I'll pick her up. Then turn back around, because I know that girl's still here. And there she is. So I'm gonna try and kill her. She's gonna vault the window, but I already predicted that that's gonna happen, so I broke that wall, just in case. And I'm gonna down this girl, because I'm like, y'all are too altruistic. I don't like that. Friends are nothing. I don't need friends, I need friends. So I'm gonna down this girl, and I'm gonna proceed to hook the girl I originally downed. She's trying to crawl towards the pallet, but I can't let that happen. Meanwhile, all this time, the last girl is literally doing a gen. So that means that she's not gonna be able to rescue anyone. Now, personally, she should have went to the girl who she knows is dead on hook and try to get her off the ground, but no. I hate this map when it comes to hook spawns. But other than that, I don't really hate this map that much. I don't really know where to place it, honestly, in my chillest video. I'll, of course, figure it out once I make the video. But personally, I don't really have a problem with this map because most of the loops in this map, you can just use your drones and slow them down and they can't make the pallet. And then you have Desolation is really good. They can't really do much. They can't slow vault the pallet because if they slow vault the pallet, you'll just kill them. Because the walk from one side of the wall to the other side of the wall isn't really that long where they can have enough time to slow vault the pallet. Right here, I'm gonna go after the girl because of the fact that even though I know she has the endurance has effect because she just got unhooked, I'd rather go after her anyway because of the fact that I make her mend, and I can't go after the girl on the top floor because I'm not going up there. That's the only problem I have with this map. Like I said, it's just most loops you can just use your drones and Desolation. But if that main building is the main reason why I put it, like, I hate that main building. So right here, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to break that pallet because of the fact that I don't want to deal with that nonsense. But because this girl is already injured, I cannot, I cannot, break the pallet Desolation. So I literally have to break it manually. But I'm gonna break it on this side because I wanted her to not have just a bunch of room to escape from me. But because she had a flashlight, I don't know where she went. So I'm like, ugh. But because that crow moved, I knew exactly where to go. So I don't really have to worry that much. And also, while this is happening, I know she's cloud trapped, so I can just follow her with my radar, which makes it even easier. So she can go over here. I love that. Like, I'm gonna blind you, you can't find me. And meanwhile, Stormbird is like, I have a radar. I know exactly where you are. So I'll slow her down. If my drone would move, but of course it's not turning, because why would it be turning? And then it finally decides to turn. She teabags me like she did something, and then proceeds to literally slow down and die. I don't understand the logic. Like, I don't understand the logic. So I get flashlighted, but the girl's not good. And then I don't get flashlight saved, but it's so funny. But because I'm shaking my head, being, you know, not the nicest person on the planet, I almost don't hook her. But luckily for me, I found the hook. It's just so funny because the girl teabag, you can't hit me, I dropped the pallet. Meanwhile, I'm just like, okay, I'll just slow you down and kill you. Like, I just don't understand what she was thinking. My drone doesn't appear again because this game hates me. And I'm going to go after the next girl. But because of the fact that I want to go after the girl who's injured, so I can get a quick down, I'm trying to find her. But I'm like, where'd you go? So I'm assuming she's going for the save. So I want to turn around. And I'm like, yep, I knew it. I should have went for the girl. Because the other girls are trying to, you know, make me waste my time. That way her friend can save the girl on the hook. So because of that reason, I know they're probably still at the hook. So I'm going to try and hit the girl who's injured. Luckily, by the way, capital luckily, the girl who got off the hook decided to run away from the hook and not die. But then the girl who unhooked her went on the gen right next to the hook. So because of that reason, I'm like, oh, okay. So right here, I'm gonna go after this girl. You probably wondering why didn't I hook the girl who I just downed? I didn't hook her because of the fact that I was scared that she was gonna have someone was gonna have a flashlight. So I was like, okay, I'd rather go after the girl who I know is actually doing the gens, leave the girl on the ground, and make the survivors have to go pick her up, wasting their time. So I basically have free time to go I basically have a free amount of time to go after this girl while they go for the rescue and probably heal each other, which means no one's doing gens. So I make sure you always play a little, I'm not gonna play a little smarter, but like I always think ahead a little bit when I play Scrum sometimes. Like I gotta think like, wait a minute, if I do this is gonna happen. So this girl's gonna camp this pallet, but then you get cloud trapped. So I'm like, yes. So now she's cloud trapped. I thought she was gonna vault the pallet, but she's like, I'm gonna move forward. I don't care about pallets. So I'm like, ugh. So I'm really hoping one of my drones can scan her so she can move slower, but no. All my drones are useless. I never broke this wall, so I literally had to break it down using my magic. I broke the wall with my psychic energy, and now the wall is broke. So now I'm gonna go after this girl. I can still track her. I'm trying to be a little mischievous and go this way. And it works out. But I found the wrong person though, so I'm like, okay. So now she's gonna go on top of the, I'm not going up there because the top is awful. So instead I'm gonna go after the girl who I know is injured. So you would think you would body block for your teammate. But no, apparently they'd rather just save themselves. So I'm gonna swing, miss like usual. She's gonna get a free vault because I'm bad at the game. And now the cloud trap's gone, so I can't even use my drone to scan her. Then the girl's gonna like, I'll body block now, I got you. I'm like, why now? Like, what? So then she's gonna walk right in front of me, but because I thought she was gonna continue walking in front of me, I swung like an idiot. Then because I'm undetectable, the pallet didn't get destroyed, so I'm like, ugh. But then right here, she's gonna drop the pallet. Or not, she's not gonna drop the pallet. Pallet, there we go. I was hoping she vaulted, but she didn't vault it, so I was like, well, the pallet's not destroyed. But on the bright side, I gotta get a free hook. Because I don't know what that girl was thinking. Like, I'm actually baffled. Like, why would you do that? You could have body blocked for your teammate earlier, saving her life. But instead, you decided to run into me after she already was in the chase for like 20 seconds. So then I got a free hit on you, and then you get down instead of her. So I don't really understand the logic, but, you know, that's what happens. But yes, this map isn't really like that. I feel like I had mixed games on this map. This map is never 100% just I win. Also, this is the 4th time the drone has disappeared. Can we please fix that bug? Like, why? Game. Anyway, I feel like whenever I see it, I have to mention it because it irks me. It really does. It'll be like if you use Blight and you press the power button, and then for some reason instead of you rushing forward, your character stop moving. Like, it would make any. It is why. It just makes no sense. Or like you use Nurse and then you try and teleport, and then instead what happens is your character just teleports in the same spot. Like, it just doesn't make any sense why this happens. So right here, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the girl who's injured. Luckily for me, she hit the drone, so because of that reading, she's gonna be cloud trapped and slowed. And now I'm gonna hook her. I believe she's dead on hook. Actually, I could be wrong about this. I think she's dead on hook. I knew it. She's dead on hook. Okay, so now all I have to do is about the last 2 people, who I believe one of them is dead on hook, but I don't remember which one it is. So I have to figure out which one it is. Preferably go after the girl who's injured because, you know, one less hit. But because they're very elusive people, it's kind of hard to figure out exactly where they are. Now, I know the generator's been worked on, so I want to try and, like, pick it. But I noticed the generator is not actually, like, has no progress. I wonder why. Do you know why it has no progress? Because of Surge. That's why you use Surge. Surge is so good. Well, that and probably Scourge Pain Resonance, one of them. I always forget sometimes that Scourge Pain Resonance regresses gens too. I'm just so used to the fact that it just makes the generator lose 25%. I forgot that it also makes it regress too, which makes a lot of sense, but like, this is funny. So right here, the girl's gonna take the med kit. I mean, gonna take the toolbox from the girl who died. Like, you can't just take someone's stuff. So because of that reason, I have to punish her because you can't just steal from others. You know, using Score Merchant and killing people is fine, but stealing? That's wrong. So right here, the girl can try and flash at me again, but it's really late. Luckily, I don't think she has background player, because she did, she would have got that flashlight immediately. And then she's gonna try and body block, I think, where she doesn't body block. Then she has to flashlight me and miss. And also, luckily for me, the person who's injured was the one I had to kill. So I'm really hoping this girl will run to a drone so I can just get a free injure. But she's like, I'm gonna go anywhere else but drones. And I'm like, She gets scanned. The drone's like, nope, not yet. I'm trying to get her scanned one more time. She does. But I'm like, wait, I thought I heard the hatch. So I turn back around, but I'm actually hearing things. Luckily for me, she goes in the middle of the corner. So I'm like, okay. This should be an easy drone. So I'm trying to get her to a drone and try and scan her. So I can get a cloud up on her. Yes. And then down her. This is why you have to be a little patient sometimes. The second I heard that sound, I was like, murder. Press the button now. So I'm going to hook her, go towards the basement, which is surprisingly here. Another reason why I hate this main building, I feel like the hooks, like I said, in this building are awful. The basement feels so in a really weird place. Like the basement, I hate the place of the basement. I feel like the basement should actually be, like, instead of the staircase pointing that way, it should point the other way, and the basement should be down there. It's just, I hate the basement. I hate the main building. Now, luckily, like I said, the reason why I don't have the main problems on this map is because most of the time when I play, the survivors don't even go in the main building. They will go in the main building, they'll go on the bottom floor, and they'll vault the windows, but they never go on the top. And I think the reason why they don't go up there is because they know once the pals are gone, the top is kind of bad, unless you have balanced landing. But that's the reason why I don't really worry about that. Of course, the first girl, the Sable, had a brand new part, like, what is happening? But anyway, that was the second game. Let's go to the third game so I can show you how great this build is. Of course, like usual, it can't be a Cubeproductions video unless we're playing on Orman. You know, I haven't played this map in so long, you know, so happy. But of course, now I have to play on Orman because we love Orman. If you're new to my channel, you probably don't know this. I hate playing on Orman. This is like one of my least favorite maps ever. This map is humongous. The gens spawn like in the dumbest spots. The loops are manageable, but the main building is torture, and it just this map is so bad. Now it did change it to make it a little better, and also I have played this map so many times now to the point where I understand. Now right here, this person leaves the game. I find it so funny that of all the people who leave against the score merchant, it's always the streamers and the YouTubers. Like, what is wrong? Like, I don't understand. You're supposed to. I get you play for fun and you want to fight against score merchant. Okay, but like, I just find it weird. Like, you're a YouTuber and you can't even fight against a score merchant. You fight against worse things as when you play Survivor. You must have at least, because you have a YouTube channel probably dedicated to Dead by Daylight, where you fight against Nurse, Blight, more huntresses who have perfect aim. Like, I don't understand, but then Stormbird ticks him over the edge. But on the right side, I don't really care if people just DC anymore. Well, I didn't really care actually at all because, you know, love points. But I don't really care if people DC because, you know, free love points, and I want to level up my Stormbird until preach 100. And whenever they leave, it just makes me think to myself that it is not good enough to beat me. So, and I am perfectly fine with that statement in my head because honestly, that's what it feels like, really. Like, if you stay and then you DC because you got outplayed, okay. But if you DC immediately, that just shows me you couldn't win from the start. And I am perfectly fine with that outcome because, you know, I get luck points. So right here, we're going to play on this worst, awful map, Orman. And I'm going to try and get this girl, but right now she's going to try and do my drone. I was hoping she'd mess up, that way I wouldn't have to worry. But because of the fact that they have a bot on their team, immediately I just gave up on even trying to get my save best for last stacks. Because I'm like, well, you have a bot on your team, so the chance of you winning is low. So I'm just not even going to care about save best for last stacks. I'm going to claw trap the obsession. She gets stuck on air, and I'm able to down her. I'm going to hook her right here. Her soul, mine. That's normally how I play. Whenever a bot appears, I just give up. I don't really give up, but I don't really try anymore because I'm like, it's basically a 3v1. Also, speaking of bots, not only in the update did they change, you know, Hag by giving her add-ons better, they got twins back. They also made bots basically the easiest thing on the entire planet to fight against. I don't know, like they made bots really, really easy. At least for me, they did. It feels like the bots will literally get hit and then run towards me, or crouch and then walk towards me. Like, they just don't care. So I'm gonna injure this girl with a claw trap, and after I injure her with the claw trap, I'm like, yes, I injured her, and I noticed that this Desolation did not activate. And I'm like, wait a minute, don't tell me Desolation didn't activate last patch either, and I'm just, you know, blind. But now I'm like confused, cause I'm like, Desolation activated so many times when I claw trap people. Why isn't it working now? I don't get it. But it is so annoying because it's like, why did Desolation not work? But I don't know. Maybe I'm just blind, but I'm pretty sure Desolation worked before I hit her. I don't know. I'm just looking back at the recording right now, and I'm like, wait, I claw chopped her, and Desolation never activated. Why is that? And then it activated after I downed her instead of before. I don't know. It's just weird. They must have made a change during 7.6 that I don't realize. I don't know. But I'll figure that out after I continue watching this. After I continue, maybe later on in this video, someone else get claw trapped, and we'll see that it doesn't activate. So I'm going to down him, and then we're going to hook him immediately. But the problem is the hooks are so far away from each other. I'm like, so annoying. Also, I hate when Scourge hooks spawn. Like, I don't really hate when Scourge hooks spawn in the corners, but I hate when all the Scourge hooks spawn near each other, because then it's like, if I'm not over there, the Scourge hooks are useless, and it's kind of annoying. So I'm going to kick this generator, but I can't kick it because it's already been regressing by, I believe, Scourge hook pain resonance. Right here, this girl is going to vault this pallet. I'm going to immediately put a drone up here because I'm trying to injure her. The guy on the hook is like, I'm going to kill myself. Then I'm going to hit this girl. Sadly, Desolation activated 1 second too soon, which is always 3 seconds, so I'm not really worried. So I didn't break the pallet, so I'm like, ugh. The girl is gonna kill himself on the hook because he's like, I'm done playing against Score Merchant. How dare she win? I'm gonna swing, hit the wall, kind of an idiot. Then they were on the wrong side anyway, so I would have hit him, but I'm bad. And then I'm like, okay, don't have a window here. The window's not there, but because of the fact that she was able to outspeed me, she's able to hit the pallet. I'm like, please, drone, scan her. Now she's moving slower, and she got stuck on a tree, so I get to kill her. If she didn't get stuck on that tree, I'm pretty sure I would have got a free hit, but you know, that's just me. Well, a lot. If she didn't get stuck on the tree, I probably wouldn't have got her actually, but luckily for me, you know, foliage, it just exists, so I got to down her. They have not done a single gen yet, which I'm not surprised. That's why, like I told you, on this map, I've been playing this map for so long now that I just understand, like, kind of what to do. And they did change it to make it better, so maybe it won't be so low on my tier list. But this map is just, Orman. I usually despise this map. I like it way more now, but it's still just a running joke for me on my channel where I play on Orman a lot. Because for like 3 games in a row, I used to only play on Orman. And that's why I say, if you don't know me, if you haven't subscribed before, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, of course. But if you don't know, I don't like Orman. It's just an annoying map. So right here, I'm gonna try to cloud trap this girl, so I can see if Desolation really is not activating. But it's kind of hard to do that because she's running for her life. So I'm gonna M1 her because I'm like, I need your soul. I'm going to activate Desolation. I'm gonna make sure this drone actually spins and hits her. But she's like, I'm gonna go this way. So I knew she was gonna try and vault the window. I was hoping I could hit her anyway because, you know, why not? But she's like, I'm done looping this because I'm cloud trapped and I might try to move slower. Smart girl. She's gonna run for her life, but her life is mine, so she gets slowed down. And now I'm gonna try and down her on this really unsafe pallet. She is so slow. To be fair, she was walking there, I believe. She wasn't running, so I don't know why she didn't run. But she's so slow, I'm gonna be able to down her. And no, a single gen gets completed. This girl's not gonna get saved because the bots save people, but bots are also bad. So hopefully I can find the bot before she gets saved. Most likely not, because I don't know where bots are. But then the bot's like, oh, hello. I'm like, oh, hello. So I'm gonna drone right here because bots always leave areas that have drones. They just don't want to be there. Smart bots. She doesn't go towards the pallet though for some reason. So I'm like, okay. Then she decides again not to go towards the pallet. So I'm like, why? So because of that reason, I'm going to just get this bot who's going up this random little slope right here, and this game is over. And we're gonna hook her right there, and this game is over. So that was the 3rd game. Of course, I have more games to show you because this is the best build for Storm Merchant, so I have to give y'all more examples as to why Storm Merchant is my favorite killer and why I think this build is so good. Of course, if Desolation is working as intended, but at this point, I'm either delusional and Desolation hasn't been working, but I feel like no, it's been working. If you watch my videos, you know Desolation activates when someone's cloud trapped. So I don't know why it didn't work this time, but we'll see what happens in the next game. I'll see y'all then. Okay, playing on Greenville Square, and this map is actually pretty good for Score Merchant, in my opinion. Mainly because of the fact that you ignore the main building. That generator always spawns across the entire map, so you know where it's gonna be, and then the other gens are always in the middle, basically 5 genning, so it's fun. So because of that reason, you really don't really have to worry that much about this map. So I'm gonna go try and down these survivors with the best build, hopefully, with Score Merchant. Sadly, I wasn't that untouchable. I'm not gonna go towards the obsession because I kind of want my stacks. But then I don't know where this girl went, and I'm like, where'd you go? You literally were just here, so you must turn back around. So I'm gonna try and find her, but I'm blind, so I don't know where she went, and we're gonna give up on her and go for someone else. So I'm gonna have a challenge, because that thing rarely spawns, so it must be a challenge. Right here, I'm gonna hit this girl, her soul, mine, and now I'm gonna activate Desolation. I'm gonna put a trap though, a drone though, because I don't want to show my red stain. Sometimes I forget though that I don't have a red stain, so I try to mind game, but I mind game nothing because I don't have a red stain. So right here, she's gonna drop the pallet. I'm praying she's stupid and just vaults the pallet, but she's like no. So I'm going to break it, and we're gonna continue chasing someone else. Well, because most likely she's probably gone. If I can find her again though, which I did because she ran around in front of me. But then this girl's like, I'm gonna body block for my teammate. I'm like, as you should. But then I'm still gonna go after the other girl anyway because she's closer. So it makes more sense to go after her. Desolation is activated, so of course she lost a pallet, it will break. but I'm gonna try and mind game this weird fence, even though I know I can't do it. The pallet's right here. He does not vault the pallet. I mean, drop the pallet. So I'm like, okay. Checking my radar to make sure I know exactly where she is. She's right next to the pallet again. But the problem is she's not really using the pallet correctly, so we drop her dead. We're gonna hook her immediately because we need to do that. But the problem is the score tricks, of course, capital of course, are not near me and they're on the other side of the map. I hate bad RNG. Like, why? So right here, we're going to get this girl because she's injured and I like that. And she's going to die. I love when Cloud Top survivors trying to do generators and I'm like, haha, no. It's just so fun. But anyway, so because of that reason, I'm going to down her. This girl gets saved. I'm gonna go straight towards the hook because I really want to figure out who I'm gonna kill. They're already done one gen, which is kind of a problem, honestly. But this map, I'm not really worried about gens that much in this map. Like, I'm worried about it because they can do gens fast. But the gens are so close to each other, it's kind of hard to really do gens, honestly. It feels like the middle of the map is a cluster of gens. But because I have a feeling someone's going to go towards this generator, I decided to go back. But it's already regressing, so I don't have to worry about that. So right here, I see someone gets cloud trap. I mean, not cloud trap, scanned. So I'm like, I know who I'm going after next for my target. I don't have a drone inside the super main building, so I the chat, so I literally have to put it here. I'm trying to get her a cloud trap, which I do. She's not injured. And I'm like, perfect. And then I noticed that Desolation does not activate. So I'm like, wait a minute. Don't tell me Desolation really just doesn't activate anymore from cloud traps, which is so stupid. I really hope they fix that glitch because there's no way it's intended. If it is intended, then I gotta have some words for behavior. But anyway, so because of that reason, I'm like, oh no, maybe the video I did post about the bugs isn't really bugs, but it should be bugs because like it didn't work that way before. So why is it working that way now? But anyway, so we're gonna hit this, hook the girl. We're gonna go back towards the generator across the map because they're always on the generator. Even though like it makes no sense to do that gen first when you can do it last. I would do the gen last because you do it last, then you don't have to worry about being 3-gen. But survivors are doing it first for some reason, maybe because they spawn there, so they think it's better and safer. But I would prefer to do it last. That way I don't get 3-gen. I always think ahead when I play killer, when I play survivor. Mainly because I play killer, so of course I know what's gonna happen. So I know she's gonna make that window. I mean that pallet. So I'm going to purposely not go near it. I was hoping she could drop it and vault it, but because of the fact that I'm really far away, like that wall is really long, it was impossible. But because she's slowed down for such a long time, I get to hook her. So hopefully there's no one here to save her life. This pallet. And well, luckily for me there's not, and then we're gonna put her on the score trip. And now one of these hooks is going to have automatically less progress. My drone doesn't appear because the game hates me. And now I need to figure out, while I'm talking to y'all, what kind of build I'm going to be doing out Desolation. So right here I'm going to hit her. And Desolation's not going to activate because it was already on cooldown. It was already like started the cooldown before it started. Before I hit her, I mean. So I'm going to try and down her, but she's going to drop this pallet. I was hoping she would just randomly decide to just like vault that, but she did not. So I'm waiting for here. She didn't vault it. I'm like, ugh. You're one of these survivors who actually has brains. But then she goes towards me. Most obvious death heart of my life, and I'm just gonna down her. And now I have 7 stacks as best for last. So even though Desolation is not working as I intended it to work, at least this save best for last is still working. Now I'm gonna really go back to my channel and look through my videos to see if Desolation was activating or not through cloud traps, because I think I'm crazy. Like, I really think I'm crazy. Because I posted that video about the bugs, but now that I look back at this and I realize this is not even, this is before the update with the, this is before the update. Now I'm worried, because I'm like, don't tell me ever since 7.6, Desolation's never been activating from my cloud traps, and I've been thinking it's been activating from cloud traps this entire time. Like, I'm either just so good at the game, not to like stroke my ego, but I'm either so good at the game where I didn't even realize that Desolation wasn't even activating from my cloud traps and I was still able to win off of it, or I'm just so bad at the game that I'm oblivious to the fact that that it wasn't working as intended. So I'm a little confused, but it's just weird. But if you know what I'm talking about, my last video I posted a video about the bugs that's happening with Score Merchant right now. And 2 of those bugs are the fact that your cloud traps once you claw trap a healthy survivor, it doesn't activate Hex Blood Favor, Hex Face the Darkness, and also it doesn't activate Desolation. So because of that reason, I was like, okay, I'm making a video about this. I don't know how I missed right there. I missed bad. So right here, I'm like, okay, yes, I got a hit. So Desolation's gonna activate, and now I'm gonna go after her. But in that video, a lot of 8-stack Sibus last, by the way, love that. But that's why I keep talking about like bugs, because I just like the game. I don't really know what's happening, and I feel like it's a bug, and I feel like there's no other explanation. So right here, I'm like, Die Hard, obvious. But luckily for me, she already used it, so I'm like, yeah. And because she's dead on hook, you can tell when someone's dead on hook because, like, you know, you hook them once, then they dead hard the second time, and then they're gonna try and not dead hard the third time because they know you have, because they know you know they have it. Then I'm gonna try and hook her, but for some reason I just completely missed the hook. I don't know what's happening. I'm missing hits. I'm missing hooks. Like, I guess I've just been using this build too long. My brain can't even function. So because of that reason, I'm like, eh. But they're gonna do a generator right in front of me. I'm like, oh no, gross. The generator across the map is still not done yet, which means they kind of followed my strategy of doing it last. Because, sorry, excuse me. Because of the fact that you do it last, you don't 3-gen yourselves. That'd be a really smart idea. So right here, I'm gonna chase this girl who's gonna go back towards the gen. I don't hear any progress on the gen, so I'm like, wait a minute. It's not that the fact they're doing it last, it's the fact they didn't do it at all and it's regressed back to 0. Which is so funny to me. So I'm gonna chase this girl who I can't even see, I have no idea where she went. But because of the fact that I hear some people on the gen, I'm like, yes, you're mine. But because I want to go after someone else, who's not the obsession, of course, I'm gonna go after this girl instead. I want to keep my stacks. I'll go after the obsession last. This game, I actually remember to go after, you know, the non-obsession target. But then I lose her because, you know, I'm blind. So at that point, I'm like, oh, she went up here. Don't know how. I didn't hear her, but, you know. So I'm becoming untouchable. Then she's going to walk in front of me. I'm like, what? So now I'm going to be able to catch her really, really easily because save best for last. She's going to probably drop the pallet. But guess who has Desolation for 10 more seconds? This guy. So there's not really much she can do. She has to go towards her shack, but she's slowed down too much, and there's no way she can make the win. And I get Jolt, and Surge activate, and I get to regress 2 gens at the exact same time. I'm so glad I get to demonstrate this build. I'm not going to hook her in the basement because honestly, I don't really care. Instead, we're gonna hook her there, get her out the way though. I don't have to get out the basement really fast. I don't really like hooking people in the basement, especially if I know they're dead on hook. Also right here, I'm like, okay, this drum will slow her down. It won't because it's disabled, so I'm like, great. That's why I honestly want to use the add-on that makes the drone disabled. I mean, the add-on that makes it so that way drones don't get disabled nearly as long. This girl's smart, and she decides to crouch to not get hit by the drone. But the problem is that she already crouched. She crouched a little bit too late. If she didn't crouch, if she would have crouched like a half a second sooner, I would not have got her. But because she crouched a tiny bit too soon, I mean too late, I was able to hit her with the drone, and he got slowed down. So now that we have 8 stacks, we can go after the obsession, and not have to worry about anyone else who I just saw move to the left. But she went behind me actually. That sleek, that really, really secretive girl. And of course, my drone didn't spawn because why would it? So I'm thinking she's gonna vault, and she was right there. But no, I'm just blind. Like I don't really know why I was playing so bad today. Like I literally just don't know why I can't see people. I guess I just wasn't paying attention. So that's the obsession. I'm like, no, 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 no. So I'm glad that this girl, she's not gonna miss the pallet, but she does have off the record. But I have to, you know, save us for last, so I kind of catch up immediately. But she's like, I'm not stupid. I know you're gonna place this. I know you're gonna hit me with this swing, so I'm gonna put this pallet down. But because of the fact that the obsession finally gets claw trapped, I only waste 2 stacks instead of 4, so I'm happy. So now we're gonna hook her on the closest hook towards us, but of course, the closest hook just so happens to be the furthest hook, so I have to go traverse the jungle of doom to try and get to this hook. There's not really even a point in me hooking the score trick. I know I use up my score trick, what's it called? I use up my score tricks, and I do get the damage, which is 100 more blood points, but honestly, the game's over, so it doesn't really matter if I regress any more gens, and I get stuck on a bush. I don't know how I did this. And now I'm gonna go after one of them. I prefer to go after the girl who I know doesn't have borrowed time, Well, the endurance has effect on her. So I saw the girl at the corner of my eye, so I purposely went to the right to pretend like I was gonna go after her. But then the girl I noticed has, I think it's called plot twist. The part where you go on the ground and you just like, you know, heal yourself. So I'm like, oh, well, to do a plot twist, I might as well try and find you because why not? And I'm looking around for the girl on the ground. I'm like, huh, you ran over here slightly. You didn't go very far, so you have to be close. And yeah, I was right. Plot twist is a really good perk, but the problem is if you do it in an obvious-ish spot, or like the person you're playing against has a brain, then you're gonna get hit. So because of that reason, I'm like, huh. Then the girl's gonna try and crouch towards me like I'm not Skull Merchant, and I can just, you know, see exactly where you are. And as a result, I stole her soul, and her life is now the entity's. So I get to win the game. With 1 gen left, by the way. So yes, everyone died again because this build is the best, and I'm having a lot of fun with this build. I really have a lot of fun with this build because it's every perk that makes Skull Merchant good, and then also it's a really kind of unique build. The one that's not really unique about it is the fact that I use Surge and also Scorcher Pain Resonance, but you kind of need to use Scorcher Pain Resonance because it's one of the few perks in the game that lets you progress gens pretty easily. So that's why I use that. But this is the last game of the video, so I can show you how great this build is. Okay, last game of the video, playing on Greenville Square again because I actually like this map. I didn't even pick the map, but like this map is just really fun to play on, so I have no problems. So I feel like I put on the exact same people I put against again, but it's a different people, but it feels like the exact same game because the exact same thing happens again. I can't find the person, but luckily this time I did. But I figured out it was the obsession, so I'm gonna go after someone else instead. And she decided to slam in the face of the pallet because she hates women. No, because she hates me. So because of that reason, I'm like, ugh. So, you know, Claw Trap and then free hit because apparently you want to vault towards Skull Mommy, of course. Nothing wrong with that. Also, I saw people in the comments talking about Skull Mommy, and I'm like, who the freak is Skull Mommy? But you know what? Do what you want. Skull Mommy is her name now. I'm calling her that forever. No, but that's Skull Merchant. But, you know, people are weird sometimes, and that's nothing wrong with that. I love it. So I'm gonna go vault this window, easy, and she's right next to me. There's nowhere she can go, but of course the pallet's right here. The pallet's really unsafe, so I'm gonna swing where she's like, nope, nope, nope. I'm like, oh. But because she realized that pallet's terrible, she goes towards the loop with the godlike pallet. But I'm gonna mind game terribly, and then she's like, uh-oh, wait a minute, and then I stat her out the locker because she's doing too much, and we're gonna hook on a score trick because honestly, a score trick more important than a regular hook. And I'm like, can I make this? And I'm like, I can. So I'm gonna hook on a score trick. They already done 1 generator because it took a long time to do that chase, but it's fine because we're gonna try and hook the next survivor. So now I gotta find the next person who hopefully is not the obsession. I'm kind of mad though I didn't hit her out the locker. Instead I grabbed her because I could have got 2 sacks for last, but I only got 1. So I'm like, ugh, but whatever, it's fine. So she's gonna drop the shaft pad. I'm like, thank you. Okay. So because of that reason, I don't have to worry. So that was fun. But now I'm like, well, I lost her, so I'm gonna go towards the hook again. But because they got saved, I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't gone over here yet. So I'm gonna go back to the generator that's always here and always spawns here. I love this map, by the way. This map has really good design. Like, it's really just a normal, it feels like a normal map. That makes any sense. Like, it feels like you literally are at the movie theaters, but the movie theater is insane. That's what it feels like. So I saw someone, the same girl I'd hit before. She probably had the side strike, but I have no other options, so I kind of have to go after her. So because of that reason, I'm going to down her, but she's gonna go towards the pallet for sure. She does. I'm gonna try a mind game, but it's kind of hard to do that when she can see me. Then I missed because I didn't expect her to vault the window actually. So I'm like, okay, don't worry, I can see exactly where she is. Then I find the obsession. I'm like, no, not you. Ugh, you're not what I want. I'm not trying to get the obsession. And then she's gonna go towards the main building. The main building, honestly, is not really that big of a deal to loop. But because of the fact that I thought the girl I had injured before at the main building, I went to the main building. But nope, it's a different person entirely. So right here, I heard that noise. And I'm like, what's that noise? And it's because I believe that person used that perk, which will automatically make the generator like get blocked, so I can't tap it. But right here, I see 3 people. I'm like, yes, finally. I can find my, the pearl I'm looking for. But of course, I hit the obsession because I thought, you know, I was gonna hit someone else. So right here, I'm like, please vault the pallet. Nope, of course not. This pallet is so weird. Because like it's a really weird loop because I'm really a strong loop, but it's just funny. So right here I'm like, okay, there's 2 pallets here now, but because she didn't vault the pallet, I get it down her. It is sucks though because she's my exception, so I lost all my sacks. So this game is not really going exactly as planned. Like I told you at the beginning of the game, the beginning of the video, and by the way, this video is an hour long. I wanted to try and get as many games as I could with this build because I like this build a lot. So I've recorded a lot of games with it. Also, sometimes when I'm just playing Dead by Daylight and I want to get blood points, not even make a video because even though I basically every time I play Dead by Daylight, I make a video because I will use different builds and try them out. I don't really just use the same build and try and win because I want to get blood points and level up this color. Once I get like prestige 50, I won't really care anymore because I'm already halfway there. But I'm like, I really want this level up, so I use the build I think is the best. Because sometimes the most fun build is actually the best build because it's the one that works the most. You're like, yes. So right here, I'm going to hook. I'm gonna claw trap her, and I'm going to down her right now. I love claw traps, and also because of that reason, we activated our search, and that generator is gonna lose progress. And there's a hook right here, but sadly, it's not a scorch hook. There's no one on this gen, surprisingly. So we're gonna go towards. Well, back really over here. I see scratch marks and blood, so I know someone's over here. So I'm like, yes, my target, the one I hit in the beginning of the game, who I know is gonna be on the second hook. But then the obsession is like, hello, and I'm like, yes, ma'am. So I'm gonna hit her, even though I'm gonna waste my sacks, but I want to get everyone injured if I can. Also, this will make the second girl who I injured earlier, it'll make her not really go into the shack anymore, and the shack's kind of strong, even though the pallet's gone, but I'd rather not even have to go towards the shack in the first place. So right here, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go after you because you're kind of far from me, and I'd rather not lose pressure on these gens. So I know someone at this pallet, but they don't drop it. They're actually at the rock. So I'm like, okay, mind game, and we mind game correctly. And the same girl who I down earlier is to get re-down. I'm pretty sure she trusts the generator, so she doesn't have the cell track anymore, or she missed it. But I'm pretty sure because she trusts the generator, slow and decisive, which is fine by me. So now the top girl is gonna be claw trap, so I can scan exactly where she is. So I'm of course gonna use my secret, not really secret tech, for my tech. I'm going to drone up, become undetectable, follow her. But because of the fact that she wasn't even inside, she wasn't even on the top of the main floor. I thought she was on the main floor, but she was not. So I'm glad the obsession because it's close to me. She's gonna drop the pallet, but I'm gonna watch her vault it. Luckily, this pallet is not super safe. Well, it is pretty good actually if you go on the other side. But because of the side I was at, it was kind of bad for her. So she just didn't really. I really kind of just destroyed her. Honestly, that was kind of good. So right here, I hook on the scorch hook, and luckily for me, I didn't hook her already on the scorch hook. So she gets what's it called? She gets I get scorch hook resonance because even though I knew I found the obsession, and also I knew that I got the top girl, I'd rather go after the top girl instead of the obsession because they were both near each other. They both went inside the main building, but like I said, I would rather go after the other girl because first thing, the obsession is my obsession, so I'm gonna lose all my sacks again, where this did, and then also the obsession is what's it called? The obsession was further away from me, so I wanted to go after the top girl. Can't remember her name. I don't even know what that character's name is actually. Is that Kate? No, that's not Kate. Who is that? I don't know what that survivor's name is, but that's why I went after the top girl instead of going after the obsession, because even though they both were near each other, it does make more sense to go after the right person. So right here, I'm like, claw trap, don't tell me now. So I know exactly where this girl's going. So I'm going down her, and then I believe she's dead on hook actually. So I'm gonna hook her, but because this girl, I want to get this girl claw trap just because of the fact that I can do it, or injure her if I can. She didn't drop the pallet surprisingly, so I know she's gonna drop it now. I'm gonna make her run towards the drone. She's gonna get claw trap after I turn her this way. I turned it that way, it didn't touch her, so I'm like, dang it. But I'd rather just stop wasting time and hook the Sable on the hook because this way she's out the game. I don't have to worry about Sable anymore. She doesn't even struggle because she realizes her fate. She knows she's doomed the way it should be. Bye! No more invocations, weaving spiders for you. Speaking of that, I've been playing some games, and a lot of Sable players have been using that perk, and I feel like I've been winning all my games because not only because I'm pretty good at the game, at least when it comes to using Scrum Merchant. It's funny because half the time what happens is one person, this is literally what happens every game. One person surrenders because they don't want to play against Scrum Merchant. The other two try. The last person in the basement doing the invocation for 2 minutes. It's literally the weirdest match, and it's been like that every game. Like, sometimes I don't even get a quitter, but I get one of the survivors is literally doing the invocation, so they don't even do any gens. And then because of the fact that, you know, I'm Scrum Merchant, once they hear about the terror raid, they get kind of scared, but then it goes away, so they don't know if I'm really coming or not. And it just happens over and over and over again. It's just so funny. So right here, I believe this girl's not dead on hook. I don't think she's dead on hook, at least. I'm pretty sure she's not, but I'm gonna hook her right now. I knew it. I knew I hooked her once, and then I kept like seeing her, but she never ever got like hooked again. So as you can see, like I told you, this map is really weird. Like the fact that the 5 gens normally spawn in the middle of the map near each other is so funny. But then like the main gen spawns, the main 2 gens that are always in the same location spawn in the main building, and the other one spawns across the map inside the little circle area. I find it funny because I know there's a whole parking lot in the game, but they never put a gen there. Also, I knew the girl had the what's it called, off the record, but I didn't care because I knew that if I hit her, she'll be claw trap, not claw trap, sorry, she'll be mangled. So I was like, huh, I don't care about the record, I'm just gonna hit you anyway. So I'm trying to mind game this pallet. Luckily for me, I mind game correctly. I'm surprised you didn't see me, honestly, because survivors have more vision than the killer does. But because I hit my red stain, she didn't know where I was coming from, and I was able to down her. I believe this girl's dead on hook. No, I lied. She's one more hook, and then she's dead. So because of that reason, I believe now everyone's almost dead on hook, besides the obsession, maybe. I purposely don't go after the obsession. I don't really pay attention to the hook states when I'm recording, but I pay attention to when I'm playing, and it makes any sense. Because I'm like, yeah, I gotta figure out who's dead on hook. I don't really tunnel, like I told you, I don't really tunnel very often. It's really just if I'm gonna lose and I really have to do it. This girl is going to work, she's like, please kill me. I'm like, yes, ma'am. But because of the fact that I hear her and she doesn't have, she has off the record, I'm like, no, I'm going after you. That girl also has off the record, so I'm like, no, I'm going after you either. So I have to go after the obsession, who I don't really want to hit, but I have to. So make sure you don't. Well, you can hit people off the record. I literally just hit someone who had off the record. But the reason why I don't hit people anymore with off the record is they'll just run away across the entire map because, you know, off the record exists. So I'm like, no. So right here, they probably don't have it now because they touched the generators. So this girl's gonna die. And then the girl's like, I'm killing the generator because I know I lost. And I'm like, yeah, you lost, but I have to kill you because I want to. So I'm gonna kill all these survivors. We're gonna hook you, and we're gonna hook the next one, and that is gonna be the end of the game and also the end of the video. So yes, this is an hour-long video. You're welcome. I don't really post hour-long videos very often, but it's just funny how this one's an hour long this one time. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I love all y'all, by the way, and thank you for all support. Speaking of support, I believe one of my videos actually reached 1,000 views, and I am extremely happy, and I thank y'all so much for the support. I literally, like, deep down in my heart, I thank y'all. Like, I love reading y'all's comments. I actually kind of hate the fact that YouTube does not always send me notifications when y'all leave comments. I have to go on YouTube manually, press the button, and then I have to see if I have any comments, and then it'll be like, 4 hours ago, you missed a comment from Jacoby. You're like, what? And even though I literally was watching, you know, I literally always get notifications on YouTube. For some reason, comments don't pop up anymore. Well, not anymore. Don't pop up as much. But yes, I respond to every single comment, or at least like every single comment. So make sure you leave comments. If you have any builds for me you want me to use, let me know. If you have any ideas for videos, let me know. If you think that Scrum Merchant is the best build, please let me know. Speaking of that, I have seen people use a build with Scrum Merchant where they use like an in-game build. I personally never use that build. I don't think it's bad, but I've never used it because I feel like all my games, I never get to the end game. I just beat them before then, so I don't ever use it. But if y'all think it's good, let me know, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a nice day.